Oh, bullshit. Oh, I thought it was in the middle. Yeah, you can go around it, mate. Right in the middle of the road. We're just driving into the hunting ground and we're just negotiating some obstacles here. It's full bush and we're just gonna be hunting along the creek bed. Hardly any wind. It's nice and dry, no chance of rain. So far so good.
Yeah, what the fuck's that? Brown dog WC leading the way. He's on point. We're looking for goats or pigs or foxes. The main target will be goats, so we can get some food. Second priority targets will be pigs, because it's good to kill pigs. They do a lot of damage. And foxes will be just targets of opportunity. It's about 9:30, close to 10 o'clock. Just gonna go for a look, walk down this gully down towards the creek. We'll see if we get any luck. Okay, cheers guys. Okay, we made it down to the river. As you can see, it's fairly steep country. We saw some wallabies and we thought we saw a dark shape running away. The wind changed on us and something was running in the opposite direction. Could have been a pig, we don't know. This is the creek down here. It's not very big at all. It's running, only just. I think we saw some scat, some pig scat and some diggings, but there could be foxes as well, not necessarily pigs. So what we're going to do is Brown Dog and I are going to stay on the high ground and try to follow the line of the creek. See if we can catch a pig lying down on the side having a rest after a night's feed. Okay, see ya. Okay, we've come through all these really thick scrub near the river. We thought there might be pigs laying low in there, but it's too thick to find a way through to the clear area where we can walk, so we're going to walk along the creek, which is the area that's the clearest. At least we can see where we're stepping. I'm just going to follow this until we find a clearing to get out of it. Then we'll continue to parallel the creek line. And this is my videoing. My gun is completely unloaded. There is no gun, no round in the chamber. And I'll only load it if I see an animal I'm gonna shoot. Like a goat, a fox, a cat, and maybe even a pig. But so far we've only seen wallabies. And I think we heard a duck. But we ain't got no shotgun, so we're not gonna go for ducks. Even though under the terms of this training exercise, we could shoot a bird, a duck, and eat that, or a pig. It's just we've seen heaps of sign, heaps of scat, lots of pigs droppings. So there's animals down here. We've seen lots of diggings, lots of sign. I think I hear something. Lots of sign, but no real animals yet. But I'm sure we'll come across some. Alright guys, cheers and happy hunting. I'll let Brown Dog WC walk point just in case we run into a pig. Some big fat wombat is gonna be sleeping in there somewhere.
Place to be for rains.
Nice and cool. Oh, he'd be in trouble if he pisses down, yeah. Lots of flies. It's very hot. Lots of flies. So that beer we're gonna have at camp when we get back to camp is gonna taste very good. As you can see, there's lots of obstacles. Lots of fallen trees and logs and shit. You wouldn't want to be walking down here if there was a flash flood. You'd be in a whole world of trouble. You can see it gets very steep very quickly. This is a tributary of the creek, but it's not, doesn't have any running water. The main creek must be up ahead. It hasn't rained here for a long time, very dry. So far no snakes sighted either, which is good. That doesn't mean they're not around. This is where they live. Out of the top 10 most venomous snakes in the world, 9 call Australia home. The most common snake, and the one that we're most likely to run into, is the brown snake, eastern brown. And that happens to be the second most venomous land animal in the whole planet. So you gotta treat them with very much respect. Gotta keep your distance. Okay, we found some sign of a bird. More than likely a cat has killed a bird. That looks like a rosella. There's gotta be cats here that prey on birds. They climb trees so easily and just snatch them and kill them silently and efficiently. There's more feathers. Look. That's the law of the bush. Brown Dog is checking his GPS and he's gonna find a track that parallels, that intersects the river, and that's what we're gonna use to get out of this mess. But for the time being, we gotta walk the creek line. Come in for the ride. Here's another part of that bird that the cat got. Look. That's part of a wing. That was probably the blood we saw earlier. We saw blood on the leaves. And that's probably the bird that got killed, and the cat has just been eating it. That's the beak. That's part of the bird's beak. So some cat just had breakfast. And it's around here somewhere, the bastard. Killing all the Australian native birds. Cats are at the top of the kill list because there is no other animal that preys on them. Only men kill cats. And unless they're very old and slow, foxes or dogs might kill a cat, but when they're young and full of life, nothing touches cats other than men with guns or poison. But otherwise, cats reign supreme here as the top line predator. They can climb trees and snatch birds out of the branches, and that's why they're number one target for us. If we see a cat, I won't hesitate to have a crack at it, because every cat you kill is literally thousands of birds you save. And remember how easily cats reproduce. You know, there's just millions of cats, millions and millions and millions of cats pushing Australian native species to the brink of extinction. So if we see a cat, we'll try to kill it. Look out for brownies, brown dog. Wouldn't be surprising to find a big fat bloody brown snake sunning itself along the river. That loves spots like this. Another wombat hole, heaps of wombats here. Probably having a night's sleep after a night's feeding. They always feed at night, wombats. They don't come out during the day. That's why you see them run over on the road. They get hit by cars in the middle of the road. They happen to cross at the wrong time. They see the headlights, they freeze. Whoosh go. How are those coordinates? Uh-huh.
Oh no. This should curve around that way.
Okay.
Maybe just around the corner.
Alright, cool. Beauty. Yeah, we're trying to find that track. That'll take us up onto a clear path home. We might run into something along the way though, so we gotta be always on the lookout. Okay guys, signing off. We'll video more later. Cheers. Thanks for coming along on this hunt. Lots of obstacles. There we go. Cheers. Just gotta clear this obstacle.